Hello and happy birthday, Gemini. This is going to be your financial reading, your career reading, your money reading for the month of June. First, we're going to start off with the pendulum, and we might get some initials, some numbers, some dates, possibly, maybe even a yes or no. And then after that, we'll go on to oracle cards and then tarot cards for additional messages, okay? So if you think you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Not everything in this reading is going to be sugar-coated, no cherries on top. So just take that as Spirit wants you to see this as a warning, something to look out for the month of June. Okay, this is going to be your money matters reading. So let's get into the money and what matters. Okay, so first let's start with our pendulum. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see better. Okay. All right, and we're going to figure out what is it that Gemini needs to understand about June. Money matters. June, money matters. No sugar coating. Too lighthearted. Okay, either too lighthearted or either taking too many risks. Or it could be a combination of the two. Gemini, you might be taking a little bit of too many risks, or maybe your risks are not calculated enough and you're wanting to be generous, but you're really being over generous. And you might need to be a little bit more stingy with your money, okay? And it's not even the fact that you could be spending it on yourself. You could be spending on other people who are not necessarily going to return the money to you. They're probably going to keep the money for themselves. Like, people owe you, okay? If anything, make sure that if they're not giving you services for exchange of goods, at least they could be doing something like, I'm sorry, I might have said that wrong. If they're not giving you money for whatever you did for them, the least they can do is give you services, okay, for in exchange for whatever you've done for them. Just make sure that everything is equal and balanced. What is it that Gemini needs to know for the month of June? Okay, is there an important month, date, initial, sign? Okay. Aquarius and Pisces. Tuesday is an important day for you. The initial R, the number 3, and the number 4, those might be a date, the 3rd or the 4th. Hell, it might be somebody's address. Number 1, the letter N, and the letter M and L. Those are important dates, initials. Now, Spirit, let's give Gemini a chance to ask a yes or no question. And can you please tell them the answer, financially related? Yes or no, Spirit? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Okay. So the answer is yes. If you had any questions or if you had any concerns during the month of June, let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards. You're going to be reading runic cards here. Yes, I do read runes. I usually cast runes, but I didn't feel like casting runes because they go all over the place. They fall all over the place. So, but we're going to bring it back to you, Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? What is the information Gemini needs to know financially concerning them in the month of June? Ooh, Perthro. Perthro is a rune about things being revealed to you. Secrets or intuition, intuitive abilities, being able to meditate, being able to have a peace of mind, being in a place that is sacred to you as well. That's what I also associate it with. Also, I can associate it with having like a multitude of possibilities. Like, you know how everything is literally everything until you make it something? Like the ingredients of a cake. A cake is not a cake until you make it a cake. You have to take the eggs, the flour, the milk, and then you create it into something. But you can also do other things with eggs. You can also do other things with flour, and they're just ingredients. So this is saying that everything around you right now is a ingredient for a potential cake or a potential new career, or everything around you could be anything as long as you will it to be. All you need to do is be able to see that in your mind's eye, and you can go for that. Okay, so let's put that up there, and let's get a little bit more messages for Gemini. It's your birthday. It's birthday, guys. Birthday, Gemini, for the month of June. Financially related. Ooh, Haglas. Haglas can represent something like standing in your way or some sort of a slowdown. It can also represent the energy of like a storm. Okay. And this could mean that there could be growth from this experience, okay? So you might go through hell and high water trying to get to where you're going. But now, the second time that you ever go through it, you know what to do because you know what to expect and you have the right tools to fight it, right? So don't see this as a really scary card. This is kind of like a tower card in a way, but this is giving you a chance to tear down something that wasn't working and rebuild it and do it the right way. Or maybe for some of you in the previous month, maybe in May or maybe in April, you went through hell and high water and you feel like it's coming on again, but this time you know how to swing with the pendulum. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's go ahead and put out some actual finance cards, and then we will pull tarot to see, is there any specifics that Gemini needs to understand according to their career, their finance, their money, anything like that, okay? Just give me a few cards. And like I said, guys, there's not going to be any necessarily like cherries on top. Whatever it said, Spirit wants you to know because they want to protect you, okay? For your highest and greatest good. Money matters for Gemini for the month of June. Oh, you got something good. A wealthy man works hard and provides. Boss daddy. Ooh, I like that card. Okay, so we got card boss daddy. So somebody is like the king, the head of the household. Somebody's like taking you out, like spending money on you, maybe even giving you a big break. And if this is a man reading this, and of course you don't want another man, or maybe you do want another man, but you want someone who's taking the lead, right? Someone who is allowing you to rest. Someone who's allowing you to take like taking like the side seat, you know what I'm saying, when they riding with you or whatever. So you're getting a chance to rest here because someone else is taking the brunt of the work. All right. We also have a card that says cursed career. So maybe in the word cursed career, you could be moving on from a career that feels like it has no way out. It feels like it's stopping. Remember, we saw the card Haglas, and that could represent you're going through hell and high water. Maybe some of you are going through hell and high water at your job, and you feel like this career is cursed. The money ain't good. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the headache, things like that. You know, you fill in the blank, but you already know what this feels like. Okay. If this is your message, then pick it up. If it's not, then leave it alone. We're going to do one more card, and then we're going to start pulling tarot to get the message and the advice. What is this? Stolen ideas. Be careful with who you trust. Spirit said, be careful with who you trust. Don't trust everybody. Not everybody is your friend. Okay, so if you have an idea or you have certain things that you do, people are trying to mimic you. People are trying to mimic what you have. They mimic what you say. They're so inspired by you that they start saying some of the same things that you say. They say the same slogans, and you don't want that to happen. So for some of you, you might need to like put a lid on the cookie jar, or maybe you might need to like start putting your stamp that only something that only you can do, that has your watermark on it or whatever. Okay. We already know that you're an authentic person. You're a very smart person. Geminis are really good. They're very creative. They are good at they're just versatile. They're sociable. They're curious. They're lively. And I feel like all that energy, someone else is trying to take that and mimic it, but they can't do it as good as you do, especially if they're trying to get it to use to move forward in their career or to get ahead of you in any way. It's not going to happen because you are the original. Okay. So let's keep moving on. And this time let's go into the tarot and let's see what exactly is going on with you financially. Let's look at your primary focus, any blockages, strength that you can draw upon, any opportunities that you can grab, things that you might need to let go, and what you're moving towards. Okay. What's Gemini's primary focus financially? Uh-oh, something fell out. We'll just take the top one. Ooh, Knight of Cups. Oh, yes. So you are humble. Gemini is feeling very humbled by what is going on around them. This is the Knight of Cups. You're taking into the fact that you have an appreciation for where you are in life right now. The Knight of Cups is like a romanticized person, of course, but this could also be that someone else is like romanticizing you and they value you and they want to treat you accordingly. So someone, whether it's at your job, they're giving you the money that they believe that you're worth. They're going to offer you what it is that you're worth. So if you're getting a new job, or if you're coming into a new job, or if you've had a job for a while, your boss is looking at you, people are looking at you, and they're like, oh no, Gemini knows their stuff. We're going to give Gemini what they deserve, right? They're giving you your grace. They're giving you your flowers by giving you a raise, giving you a bonus, offering you more overtime over anyone else, offering you the job before they offer anyone else the job. If you're in like if you are in a interview and you have to speak or you have to like convey a certain attitude, people are picking up on that and they're really loving it. Okay, so that is the primary focus for you right now, is pretty much trying to be the best version of yourself while remaining humble, because people are attracted to that. Now the thing is that you do not want to work overly hard. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is about doing something in repeat, and you're kind of tired of doing something in repeat and you want to do something a little bit more creative here. So some of you might be doing like jobs that require, I don't know, they're not very conventional, like maybe you want to be an artist or something, or maybe you're doing something that requires you to use your intuition, like, you know, in the spiritual community. You could be selling herbs and making concoctions and potions, things like that, with the cup in his hand. You're doing things differently to make your money. Okay, and that's really good. I feel like you have like perfected your craft, but I feel like a part of you wants to kind of move on from that, because either it's not giving you the money that you're looking for, because if you remember, this card is technically crossing the Knight of Cups. So maybe you're doing too much work, you're not getting the money back that you're wanting, or maybe like there's something that it doesn't feel as fulfilling anymore. Sometimes the Eight of Pentacles, when it's sideways like that or crossing like that, that is what that can represent. So let's see, is there anything else that you can draw upon? What strengths can Gemini draw upon? Ooh, the Magician card is always a good card to draw upon. So you can draw upon the fact that you have a lot of determination. You can draw upon the fact that you are a go-getter, you're focused, you're creative, and you are turning your visions into a reality. Okay, I feel like some of you are doing this job on every day, in and out every day, because you're going for something else. You have something else that you're pursuing that promotes more of a creative spark within you. That's what it feels like. Let's find out what is on your mind though. Ooh, money. That's what it is. I knew it. It's money. It's being able to feel like you're getting the money. Feels like you're being able to get the money for the right amount of money for the amount of work that you're doing. Okay, some people, they have jobs, they're in jobs where they like the job but they don't get paid enough, or they're in a job where the job is too hard and they don't get paid enough, or people are in jobs where we get paid enough but I hate the job. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in situations like that. But the King of Pentacles is a person that's very mature, and they say, okay, this job is reasonable, I can do this, this is down to earth, this is right up my alley, this is natural to me, this is something that I can do that nobody else can do because I have my own watermark on it, and this is something that kind of drives me, makes me feel passionate about it. Knight of Cups, and I'm stable, I have enough, I don't necessarily need any more. And really, I feel like I'm kind of my own boss. I make my own schedule with the King of Pentacles too. All right, let's find out what it is that you're moving towards and what it is that you're moving away from. What's coming towards Gemini? Hey, we got the 10 of Cups. That is awesome, Gemini. You have the 10 of Cups. This is a happy ending. Obviously, look at these two cards. I always say this. These two cards. In this picture, there's a storm. In this picture, there's a rainbow. Rainbows always come after the storm. You have went through hell and high water, like I said, but now you and your family are definitely going to be stable because of where your headset is. And your head is in the King of Pentacles. It's about being in your money. It's about being comfortable and taking pleasure in what you do for a living. So you could be talking to like a boss, or maybe you're thinking about becoming a boss of your own or working for yourself. But King of Pentacles is usually a person that's the head of their household. They can provide, and they don't need anyone else to tell them what they are, tell them when and where they can move and how they can move. Okay, also, where is that? Where was it at? Oh, there we go. Wealthy man. Some of you are going to be getting a man, or I don't care what sex that you prefer, but there is a masculine energy where this person wears a crown. Where I can't find my camera, I'm sorry. They wear a crown, they have good money, they're a boss, they're a provider. I told you, somebody is getting like this boss mentality up, and I really like what I'm seeing. What are you leaving behind? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is usually a pretty good card, but you're leaving behind the low energy of like people who are like, maybe possibly even jealous of you or whatever. Oh, that's right, because people are trying to steal your ideas. They don't have the same energy that you bring. We could be talking about a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I'm not really sure. It doesn't have to be, but the person is definitely someone who could have more of like a bitchy side or a little bit more jealous. Also, the Queen of Wands is seen as an energy that is like, they're all over the place. So maybe you're feeling a little bit more settled, because the Queen of Wands can be a busybody. So maybe you're coming out of this work, being busy, always having to create and perform, which is typical of the Queen of Wands. She is a creator, she is a performer. She makes everything look more pleasing to the eye. She can take plain Jane and make her look like a bombshell. But you're tired of doing that. You want something a little bit more down to earth. You no longer have to perform for anyone. You can kind of set your own rules and set your own tone, set your own pace. So I think this is great that you're coming into this Ten of Cups energy from this performance type of energy, and you're doing this through manifesting and sticking to your guns of what you know you feel comfortable in. Gemini, if you liked your reading, please remember to give it a thumbs up. I also want to tell you to make sure that you go to my other video for cardinals, fixed signs, and mutable signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Watch that video because it is just a general overview of what's going on, and this is just adding information about your finances here. I hope that you like the reading. If you didn't like the reading and you still like the story, make sure you share it with the person you think it belongs to. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, Gemini.